So putting on tire chains, the first step you want to do is make sure you kind of have some space around you to work. Next, what you want to do, you grab your floor jack, and jack is a little bit off the ground. And you want to deflate the tire as much as possible, and that's so you're able to get the tightest grip on your chains, so they in turn don't get loose and swing up and catch your fender and pull that down or cause a lot of damage. So this one's already low, drop it more, as well as that one on that side, and I'll show you what the next step is. So now that the air is out of that tire, we're gonna actually put that valve kit back on real quick. The things you're gonna need are zip ties, and 1 foot, or I think they're actually 10-inch, the black bungees, which are the heavy duty type. You're gonna need 3 to 4 of those per tire, so that's 6 or 8 if you're doing the both sides. And then of course you're also going to need your tire chains to the correct size tire that you have. So these are 23, 10.5, 12 tires. So we have 23, 10.5, 12 chains. So what you try to do is make sure there's no twists or knots or anything in it that makes it more difficult to work with. So what you're going to want to do is make sure this hook, if you have this type, that this hook ends up on the inside of the tire, and this one ends up on the outside of the tire. Remember if those are inside or not. I think those are right. Yeah. So also, when you have these over it, you want to make sure that the flat part goes against the tire and those ones stick out. Let's get these on here. So getting them on is a little tricky. You got to kind of get them over the top, or sometimes you could roll them on, but with these fenders, I'm going to try to get them over the top. I think it might make it a little bit easier. So after those are laid over the top, you have about half and half hanging on each side. You're going to want to actually make sure these are even. We should try to. And then you're going to grab this side and turn it so you're able to reach it and work with it. So now after here you can work with them. You want to try to get them snug up as much as you can. And how this latch works, so explain it to you. You get it through there, and then you're gonna stretch it until you're able to get it back under here. Put it down for a sec. Until you get it like that. That's how you're gonna want it there. But you should be no closer than the second link. If not, you should try to get on that link, or even that fourth one there. On the back I have it too. I'm going to try to get one more. You got to make sure they're nice and snug. And it's the whole thing about these. You want them snug. You don't want them loose. Now I'm on the second link. I just struggled to get that on. So you're also going to have is either your front wheel's chocked, or since I have the snowblower, just drop that down and put it in neutral so you can spin the tires. And just want to spin it so it'll hopefully get some of that slack out. A little more. What's up? Don't be stupid. Don't stick your feet or hands under here. If it does fall off, then you're likely you could get crushed. trying to make sure that they're straight. I'm going, especially in these tires, you kind of follow the tread across. They should be going like that. Do that for all these tires and keep shifting them up, and they can slack. So you could go and retighten them yet again. See, look how loose those are. They should be real tight. Latch got, there it is. It was a good half-hour struggle getting that on there. Just didn't want to go, but I got it. It takes time. But they're tight, but as soon as you put air in that and then do the bungees, it should all be good. You won't have to worry about it getting loose on us. So this is our next step. Now I realize these latches are pretty tight, and as much as a struggle it was to get on there, it's unlikely to come off again. But as extra safety precautions, as I said in the last year's video of this, you're going to want to put a tie wrap right in between here, across. So I could point with it. So from that side over this to that side. I do two to be extra safe. Also have to do this one in here. Same kind of concept, cross over. Just like that, and I cut the end just to make it neat. So now that one can't come off. And I'm also gonna put a chain on those so the ends of them aren't jingling around. So those are on. Finally, the last step is to put bungees on it to make sure that we don't have any problems of them coming off, which has happened before. Okay. We want opposite hooks. Let's see if we can get one on there. There we go. Oh, I don't know what I did. Go down there, make sure you get the chain, let it go. So one should be, I just find it easier, one have it the opposite way so it definitely hooks. One on here, grab that. Opposite hooks good. And across, actually, never block your valve stem if you can help it, because then you have to take chains off, or the bungees off every time you have to fill up a tire. Two. I would recommend doing 4, but I'm just going to do 3 because I have a bunch of tractors to do and only so many of these. So 3 will by far work, and you could do 4 just to be safe. So get this on here. So now when you come to these, you can barely move them. And I'm really pulling and don't really want to do much, so that'll definitely, the chain, or what do you call them, bungees will definitely keep the extra tension on them to make sure they don't get loose and to make sure that latch doesn't get loose. So that's how you properly put on a tire chain. Now to the other side, but so that's it. I'm putting tire chains on. Have to see the other side there still, but wanted to make a video while still getting into snow season if you haven't put chains on already, to make sure you do them right, and so you don't have any issues of catching fenders or have them, that latch coming off and getting them wrapped up in there when you're spinning the tires, either snow blowing or plowing or just driving around having fun. So if you do these steps, you won't get into trouble. Chains won't come loose, or are very unlikely to come loose. And also, after doing it, don't forget to pump up your tires. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, consider subscribing. Like videos, share videos, I appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time.